Give it up for your next comedian, Eli Braden. Hey, what's up, guys? Excuse me. Oh, good-looking crowd tonight. Except maybe that guy in the front row. No offense. But let's admit it, you're not very good-looking, sir. It's like when God was handing out ugliness, I think you got in line twice. Just a little crowd work. So you guys following the politics? The politics? That's like the internet's, right? You guys following politics? There's a lot going on right now. You know, we had impeachment. We had, there's debates. There's, a big Democratic primary going on. I'm looking at this field of Democratic candidates and I'm like, what? I mean, seriously? Joe Biden, it's more like he's just biding his time till he has to drop out. I don't know who's styling this guy, but I think it's the person who did the costumes on The Crypt Keeper. And don't get me started on Elizabeth Warren, am I right? I mean, yeah, sure, she's a great candidate. If you would like a president who's a woman with a man's first name as her last name, no thanks. But seeing all this stuff going on in the Democratic primary, it kind of takes me back to like 4 years ago when, the Republicans were kind of doing the same thing. They had all these people running at once and, everybody was in the debates. And I just remember thinking when I was watching the GOP debates 4 years ago, I just remember thinking, well, actually at the convention, not the debates necessarily, but, I guess it was the debates. I just remember thinking, is this a debate or is this an oddly shaped ear convention? No, seriously, remember? I just remember, I just remember thinking, like, which one of these people has bigger ears? Marco Rubio or Ted Cruz? Like, seriously, Google it. They have really big ears. They're also, this is a fun fact, they're also both Cuban, of Cuban descent. A new study shows that eating French fries is linked to a higher risk of death. Yeah, apparently if you eat them, you have a 100% chance of dying someday. Because everybody's going to die someday, right? Have you heard of this Netflix and chill? Netflix and chill. Yeah, I know, Netflix and chill is like the premise is, you watch Netflix and then you have sex. All I can say is if you do that, you better use some form of birth control or else it could end up as Netflix and children. You guys familiar with Japanese porn? Like, porn made in Japan. It's weird because I don't know if you've noticed this, but if you've watched it, you've definitely noticed it. They always blur out the penises in Japanese porn, right? They blur out the penises. Like, why? We're watching naked people having sex, but for some reason you have to blur out the penis. And I was just thinking, that must be a lot of work, to go through each film and have to blur out the penis. But can you imagine if they did the same thing in African porn? That'd be a lot more work, if you know what I mean. Because they got those big old dicks. I mean, that's a stereotype, but it's a positive one, so I can say it. All I know is if I was a video editor and I lived in America and they did do that in African porn, I'd be moving to Africa because there's going to be a lot of work for you. I don't know if you guys saw the Country Music Awards a few months ago. I don't know why they even give awards to country music. I mean, the music is terrible. Don't reward them for doing bad things. It's like, I don't need to hear another song about your dog dying, you dumb hillbilly. Just to close it up here, did you guys ever wonder about what if ants had CNN, right? What if ants had CNN? Like every day would be 9/11 because there's always like somebody knocking over their anthill with their shoe. Okay, that's my time. Have a great night.